So if you can see behind me here, one of these things is not like the other.
Yeah, we have the Ford F-150 Lightning today, and we have it at a Supercharger. You might be saying, Zach and Jesse, have you lost the plot? No, check this out. This is the Vortex plug by Electron. It is a Supercharger to CCS adapter.
All right, so we got to see if this works, but we also have to see how this all works.
Yes.
Let's go try it out next on In Depth.
So as you might imagine, if I go to plug in a Supercharger, oh, this is gonna be tight already. I pulled forward to where it started beeping at me aggressively, so I still have, I would say, a foot, so I'm gonna have to do that. But obviously, Supercharger doesn't plug into the CCS adapter, and that's what this is all about. All right, so unboxing in the field. Here we go. Kind of the first look as I'm plugging it in. Here you go.
Thank you. Paperwork.
Important paperwork. Okay, so we have this end, which obviously goes into the Ford, and we have this end, which goes into the Tesla. I'm gonna try to do it. Let's see, pinch down here, clicks on. Oh, ho, ho. All right, moment of truth. Oh, wow, that's tight. I heard something. It's flashing, it's blue. Zach, why isn't it charging?
Well, my guess is that we need to do something in the Ford Pass app.
Oh.
Like tell it, because right now it's asking, it's going, are you a Tesla? And it's like, I'm not a Tesla. So I feel like we have to tell it something.
Oh.
Do you want to hop in the cab and figure this out?
It's just gonna work.
I know, like a Tesla does. But...
All right. Okay, Zach, so we plugged in.
Uh-huh.
It's not working.
Right.
And I'm annoyed. This is dumb. This is already dumb.
I know. I mean, but you figure we got to do something in the Ford Pass app, right?
Ford Pass app, okay.
I don't know what to do because I've been clicking around and I don't see anything that's obvious.
Activate is Ford Pass Connect.
So I don't know. I go to under account and there's connected services. Could that be it?
Try that.
So when we tried to order the Ford adapter,
yeah,
we did it through the Ford website,
yeah,
and it didn't work as well. Remember?
Right. Let me try this. Let me start at the beginning here. Go all the way back. Is this the Ford app?
The Ford Pass app. Yep. And I've never used it much because it can't do much more than you can turn on your car, but that's about it. And so I don't have much experience with it because I never use it because it's such a piece of. And by the way, this is a version 3 charger, so we thought this should be one of the ones that might work.
So the closest charger it finds is a Flow charger, ChargePoint, Tesla, DC fast charger, Tingsboro. It said adapter needed for that one.
But it doesn't mention this one?
It doesn't mention this one.
Should we try the Tesla app?
Guess so. All right, so I'll go to the Tesla app then.
Maybe in there's a way to charge a non-Tesla?
Yeah, let me go to charge stats, charging tips, no. Settings.
What if we can do it in the truck?
Charging station
fault. See manual. And we need a charge too because we're down to 46%.
Yeah. For your other EVs.
Ooh.
Okay. Make, Ford, model, Lightning, year, 2022, max range,
300.
On a good day. Do you have the adapter? Yes. Save. So now, vehicle saved.
Okay. I wonder if we unplug and plug back in.
Maybe. Also, I love this. I was like, what's Charge RS?
Oh, chargers. I was so hopeful that you had it in the Tesla app for a second there, like that they let you add it. Where were you under?
I went to charging, and I went to vehicle details.
And you said yes.
Yes. Membership, maybe?
Supercharger member. Here we go. This is what we want to do.
Okay, all right.
So save on monthly charging.
We won't sign up for the membership yet.
Oh, right, because this would be a month. We don't.
Yes, we shouldn't have to pay. We would just pay a higher price for kilowatts.
So wait, when you said membership here, pay as you go, access the Supercharging network. So yeah, you don't have to join to get that. Correct. So how do we get access?
I don't know.
Will you just try this? Will you unplug and plug back in?
Sure. We didn't give it any information that it will let it do a handshake. So
yeah, that's true.
Nothing, huh?
I mean, we could do the membership.
Nah, this isn't. I think that this one is not open.
Okay, let's go up to Tingsboro.
Let's go to Tingsboro. All right, so on our way to a different Supercharger because apparently this one doesn't let us charge.
Well, it's not on the Ford map, right? Whereas the other one that's 10 miles away is. So let's go try that one.
This is really interesting.
Yeah.
A few moments later.
All right, so now we're at the Supercharger, the Tingsboro Supercharger, and
I found it in the app.
Okay. Good.
It says 2D, Are we at 2D?
No.
2A?
2A.
Okay, so 2A is available.
Okay, hit it.
I'm gonna hit it. I'm
Nice.
hitting it, but nothing's happening.
Good.
I'm not sure if I'm hitting it right.
Nothing.
So it says that it's 50 cents per kilowatt hour. After charging is complete, idle fees of up to $1 a minute may apply if you don't move your vehicle within 5 minutes.
Okay, it's a high supercharger cost. I'm gonna plug it in.
Yeah. All right, so Jesse's gonna try plugging it in right now. Hopefully something will change, but like for instance, there's someone about to plug into 1D. Let me just see if 1D gets taken out. So let's just see. So she's plugging into 1D right now, and I just want to see if it changes from available to unavailable. So 1D
and
is currently in use.
Okay.
And we're currently in use.
Yeah, so the Supercharger network is talking through an API to the Ford.
Do we go to the Tesla app?
Let's go to the Tesla app.
Okay, so we're in the Tesla app.
I'll go to the hamburger menu, go to charging.
Charge your other EV. So it's searching location.
Okay. Tingsboro.
Tingsboro.
Good.
It says charge here.
Charge here. Ooh, this is exciting. Tesla coming in
so
clutch.
We're in what again? We're in
2A. Start charging. Oh, it's fast charging. Oh my God. We're doing it. We're doing it. Woohoo!
Yes, check it out.
No way, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. I can't believe I'm excited about paying 50 cents a kilowatt hour.
Let me go to the charging.
Okay, so we're charging at 75 kilowatts right now.
That's super lame.
It's very lame, but maybe it'll go. Oh, here we go. 111.
No way.
162.
Dude,
This is faster than we've ever gotten.
In the Ford.
163. And we're at 39%, so we're not even that low.
Yeah. Oh my God.
We just got a kilowatt hour.
Woohoo!
Got a kilowatt hour.
Dude, that
was so
nuts.
We're up to 40%. So that just cost us 50 cents.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
That's
$1. We just paid $1.
all right. I mean, come on. But think of the range, Zach. We just went from 83 up to 87 miles of range.
This is really expensive.
That's really expensive.
Really expensive.
Wait a minute.
This is gouging, dude.
2 miles per 1 kilowatt hour. That's 25 cents a mile. That's worse than gas. Ford, baby. This is why you pay for the.
Yeah, I think you immediately go to the $12.99 a month, which is
then
so
you'd be
smart.
Down. Yeah.
Wow.
Good job, Tesla. Damn.
But it works.
It works. It just
Okay,
works.
so what I want to say here is I thought that the Ford Pass app could be your only way in if they wanted it to be, and they'd never have to mention Tesla, but we're a Ford owner here, right?
And we tried Ford first, and it didn't work.
And so we had to sign up to get, we had to sign in. I mean, I already had a Tesla app, but if I didn't, I'd have to get a Tesla app. Dude. And then I would be like, oh, look at Tesla. Also, I love that it says when we'll be at, it says 90% at 5:44. So
nice.
In 47 minutes, like that's nice to know. So you can know that you can go to, have a bite to eat or something. And it does update your charging fee. So like $3, it tells you what we've been charged.
The Ford charging.
Dude, I thought there was only a 20% chance that we were going to get to charge today because I thought there's no way this will all work.
I know.
And I don't think we needed the Ford Pass app.
No.
We just needed the Tesla app.
We just need the Tesla
and
app.
as far as I know, just the Ford Pass app wouldn't have done it for us because there's nothing in the app that talks about charging.
Yeah. And also the other thing is there must be some sort of handshake that the charger does.
Well, let's talk about that. We told the Tesla app what kind of car this was.
Yeah.
My curiosity here is that it could have used that data to understand the charging curve. It could just talk to the battery and understand the charging curve that way. If it's the first way where you told it what kind of car it is, could you lie and say that this is a Bolt? A Bolt? And would it only charge to 50 kilowatts?
It depends on if the car or the charger is determining how it's being charged. And I think the truck is telling the charger what it needs.
What if we unplug, we set up a different vehicle, tell it it's a Bolt, we replug in as the Bolt, and we see if it'll do 166 kilowatts, 167 kilowatts. If it only goes 50, we know the answer.
Yes.
The other thing I want to talk about is the Ford Pass app. I guess what's upsetting to me is we review a lot of products from a lot of like Chinese companies and stuff like that, and we've come to expect a level of bad app writing because, for a small battery or an e-bike, what do you expect? This is Ford. They've had plenty of time, months and months and months to prepare for this rollout. As a good Ford owner, I go to my Ford Pass app and there is no mention that I can charge here until I go deep into the map settings. Then I go, okay, great. I finally found a charger that's Tesla charger. I come here. I have no idea how to charge here. It doesn't say, oh, go to the Tesla app. It tells me nothing. So then I have to go YouTube it, hopefully you find this video, and get the Tesla app. Well, Ford, I thought the whole point was that you were going to put this on your app. Have they just not gotten to it yet?
I'm sure that if you knew what you were doing, Zach, if you weren't such an idiot, if you weren't so dumb.
Comment down below, Ford owners.
I'm sure that there's a special way to do it, but I'm sure that if you don't know how to do it,
I don't think you're right. I mean, I hunted all throughout the app.
I think that it's probably that you need to get another app. Because didn't they say that you need another app? Some kind of charged something or other app? It's probably because when Ford said, well, we don't want people downloading the Tesla app, and they went, yeah, you're right, we shouldn't do that. Then handed it off to somebody else in the meeting, said, make sure that they don't need to do that. And I'm sure that it was a big, important step. It probably slowed them down for 2 years talking to Tesla, kept saying that, and Tesla probably said, like, they're probably going to screw it up, and they were right.
The other thing I want to talk about is we went to a Supercharger previously, right, a few minutes ago. That was a version 3, but it was built in like 2020, I think is when it went online, 2021, somewhere in there, and it didn't work. Then we came to this one, which was just, went online in the past few months. And I feel like you were saying maybe because only the newer ones can do this. If that's true, and I'd love to hear from you guys about this because we can't check out every supercharger in the country. If it's only the newest superchargers, then if you've gotten used to in your Tesla going to an older one, you probably aren't going to be bothered by a lot of other non-Tesla EVs there.
Yep.
But maybe I'm wrong. They're going to update all of them.
Well, here's what I think. I mean, I think that it could be federal funding.
169 kilowatts, by the way.
That's great.
I mean, wow.
And we're at 52% state of charge. It's actually pretty
14
fast.
kilowatt hours delivered. It's very fast. It's wonderful.
So we're up to what, $7?
We're up to $7.
So, I mean, to fully fill this truck, how many kilowatt hours in this truck? 135?
Yeah, it's somewhere in that range.
So that's like $60.
Wow, that's almost what you pay in gas.
Which is kind of crazy because you get...
I mean, don't forget, this is New England and we have really high electricity prices here.
Sure.
And also they're just gouging like crazy. So, I mean, good for Tesla. I assume Tesla's making big bucks off of this.
Yeah, either they're going to make
$12.99 a month.
$12.99 a month.
Well, and the fact that the Ford isn't a very efficient vehicle. I mean, it's funny because I really thought this was going to change my mind in terms of being able to take the Ford out, but there's two things that are kind of stopping my brain now. One is that it doesn't work at every Tesla Supercharger station, so now I'm going to be very cognizant of which ones I can go to. And then the second one, and the third one. Second one is that it's cost so much. The third one is that I can't just go in like a Tesla and go to navigation and it'll take care of it for me. I have to actually now start thinking, a better route planner and like, do I have enough tailwind? And that's not the kind of thing I really want to be thinking about.
Yeah.
But wow, I'm so excited that this works at all. And then I want to try the Rivian.
All right. So we've been charging for a little while. We put in 47 kilowatt hours. That's
a little pricey.
A little pricey, $23.50.
But fast. I mean, we're still pulling in 118 kilowatts. What I want to do now is I want to do this little test we just talked about. I want to pretend that this is a Bolt. Okay. And I want to see if it changes the charging speed. So go unplug and we'll reassign this as a Bolt.
Okay. So
it gives a nice little summary of your charging session, which is cool. Basically tells you how much you got charged, how much energy was delivered, and so forth.
Okay, so I took the Electron adapter off, and it doesn't even feel warm.
No.
Maybe right in here it feels a little warm, but that's barely anything.
All right, so we're going to go to, how do we sign up a new car before?
Oh, yeah.
You go to charging, vehicle details, and then add a vehicle. So this time we're going to call it a Chevy Bolt.
EV, not the EUV.
We'll call it a 2022.
Okay.
For whatever. Max
240.
Max range is 240. We'll say.
Yeah.
Okay, and we have an adapter is save. So we have us in now as a Bolt. So as far as the Tesla is concerned, the Tesla Supercharger is concerned, this should be a Bolt showing up. So go ahead and plug us in.
Okay.
And we'll see what charging speed we get.
Okay. I don't think it's gonna know. I don't think it cares.
I think you're right, but. All right, so Jesse just plugged in.
All right.
Now we're going to go to the other page under charger, other vehicle, and we're going to
somehow
it showed Africa for some reason, but here we go. No chargers within range.
That's weird. It doesn't know your location.
Weird. It knew it the last time.
Yeah, it's almost as if it lost location because I don't think that it'll let you charge unless you're at the location.
This is maybe because it thinks we're a Bolt and it thinks, well, you can't charge a Bolt.
Maybe. It could be because we're in.
I mean, it does have our location though. When we go to the map,
you're right. It has a blue. It has a blue dot, so that's odd. I'll close the Tesla app, open it again, but now it says no chargers within range.
I think it thinks we're a Bolt. I think it knows that you can't supercharge a Bolt. Let's do this.
Get rid of the other one.
Get rid of the other one. Maybe change it from a Bolt to a.
I'm going to go down to the Bolt. I'm going to remove vehicle. Now I'm searching. Now I can find it.
So you got rid of the bolt.
Yes.
Okay, so we haven't proven anything yet, but don't put in a bolt because it's not going to work.
I think that it's just not going to work in general. I think that...
I just wonder if you put in a Rivian. But wouldn't this mean that you could fool it if, let's say that Rivian doesn't work, you can just tell it you have a Ford?
No. I think that when it does its little handshake...
It has to be an improved vehicle.
Tesla probably has given Ford a code that the Ford truck is going to send to the Supercharger to say what it is. Or it already says what it is. It either gives its VIN or it gives some
battery
some kind of number. And Tesla just knows what to look for. And that's how they do it. So that would be my only thought. But let me go to R1T, charge here, 2A, start charging. Initializing charging may take up to 1 minute to start charging. And I think that's because I've left it plugged in for so long. That basically Ford thinks that there's a fault. So I think that the Ford, nope. Oh, okay, Tesla's good. This is better. I just want to say, even with all this bullshit rigmarole,
it's easy.
This is better
fast
than Electrify America.
Way better.
I'm really impressed.
How fast are we charging?
116.
Which is where we left off.
Yes.
And I think we should bring up the Rivian tomorrow or whatever and test it.
I totally agree. This is so neat.
Yeah.
This is a game changer. This is how long has this been? 10 years worth of work? Tesla's Supercharger network has taken 10 years for them to become the dominant charge provider. And now they get to gouge us to charge here. It's brilliant.
Can I just say, with a Ford F-150 Lightning at, let's say, an 8-stall supercharger, we're taking up 1/4 of the superchargers.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. That's no good. And I had to get out of the car and help you because we are so close. We're about 8 inches away or a foot away from the supercharger, which is pretty close. Yeah. Because also in the Ford, when you put it into park, it rocks back and forth. So if you pull in too close, you could actually damage the supercharger.
Yeah.
Another foot of cable would be really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we actually charged up. I mean, we went from, I think it was 83 miles to 180 miles. So that's in no time.
Yep.
And I just haven't wrapped my head around that with the Ford because I've been basically level 2 charging it all the time.
Yep.
Well, that's fantastic. I'm going to stop charging, hand this to you. Success.
The next day.
All right, so we're at a different supercharger today.
With a different vehicle.
The different vehicle. Here we are in the Rivian, and we're going to try supercharging. I have the adapter.
What do you think the chances are?
100%.
Really?
I am so confident because, you know why? The Tesla app told me that this charger should work.
Ooh.
So I am 100% confident.
Wow, I'm only like 80%. All right, let's find out.
Let's do it.
All right, so Jesse's going over to this charger. He's 100% confident. I don't know where he gets that kind of confidence. I was saying we don't have to park as close as we did with the Ford because the nose of the Rivian is closer, so that was much more comfortable.
Yeah.
But we are still, quote, taking up 2 spaces, right? Because we have the charging port on the driver's side.
Yeah.
Okay, so you plugged in. It says starting.
It says starting. All right.
So you put the Rivian on your Tesla app?
Yes.
And so in the Tesla app, you have to tell it which stall you're at?
Yes. So I go to the top right hamburger menu, then I go charge your other EV. Then it finds this location. I select this charger. I say charge here. This one's 54 cents a kilowatt hour.
Even more than yesterday.
Even more expensive. This is 1B, start charging.
And he's 100% sure that it's going to work, folks.
The only thing that might take me unplugging is because it took me so long because I was talking.
And the handshake might have failed. Yeah, because the truck is saying charging didn't start. But
so that might not be it, but that doesn't count.
That's fine.
But this happened the other day with the Ford, and it did start charging. So I am somewhat confident.
It almost
that
like
this
it
could work.
times out and it tries another hint.
Yeah. But I might go unplug it and plug it back in. I'm going to say cancel session and just do that real quick.
Okay. All right. So Jesse is unplugging and then plugging back in because he thinks that maybe he timed out. So it's saying starting. We're at 63% state of charge. So you're going back into your app.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Charge here, 1B, start charging.
Fingers crossed.
Charging.
It says charging.
Yep.
You were right.
Yeah. So we're at a pretty high state of charge. We're at 63%. Because I don't have the Supercharger network normally, I
keep it charged.
I keep my charge up. I don't let it go that low.
We're pulling in 200 miles an hour, 216. It's going up really fast. Where do we get to see kilowatts?
Over here.
Oh, but you know what we do get to see? We get to see some battery temperature stuff, right?
Yeah. So I'm going to switch this over.
Oh, we're pulling 124 kilowatts.
That's pretty good at this high state of charge. I'm definitely going to have to, try this, differently in the future.
Gives you an estimate of when you're going to be done charging. So in this case, 53 minutes.
And let me just set that to a more standard setting here. So if I set it to, 85%, let's see if this...
because it was set to 100.
Yeah, so this goes down to 16 minutes. So if I wanted to go to 85%, obviously...
That's really helpful, because then you could go to a store or whatever and know roughly when it'll be ready. Now, can I ask you, on the Tesla app with the Tesla, you can get an update as you're walking around the mall or going to the bathroom.
Yeah, let's
Can you do
say.
that with this app?
Yeah, so it knows the state of charge, 63%, that matches up. And then it knows the charging rate and how many kilowatt hours delivered. Now, it doesn't know how long it will take until I'm fully charged, but let's see if I go to the Rivian app. So charging ends at 11:50.
So the Rivian app will tell you, the Tesla app won't. Interesting.
Yeah, and that makes sense because the Tesla app isn't connected to the car. I mean, it's only connected to the Supercharger, basically.
This is a game changer, because I was thinking that the Rivian and the Ford were just around town cars, basically. And we have, a solar mobile trailer, like a production studio. But I was thinking, well, until we get our Cybertruck, we can't tow it with either the Rivian or the Ford.
And we couldn't. We looked into towing the trailers down to Austin to cover the Cybertruck delivery event.
And it would take like 2 weeks.
It would have taken 2 weeks. I want to kind of look at this again. I know that obviously it's less efficient when you're towing, but the thing that took the 2 weeks was you'd see this route, and we're up in Boston, so coming down from Boston, you'd get to about Washington, D.C. as a nice straight shot. Once you get into Virginia, it was ping pong, ping pong, ping pong. The Electrify America network, along with all the rest of the third-party ones, just wasn't going to cut it. The trip would have been an adventure for sure, but it would not have been successful. And if any one of those chargers had failed, we would be in trouble. Having the reliability of the Tesla network is humongous. Yeah. Now, a couple caveats is that the Supercharger network is not fully open to us.
Right. You have to look at the map and make sure you find the right ones.
It's still great. Okay. There's still a lot of Superchargers that are on this map, enough to basically make it possible to get almost anywhere in the country, which is really great, but it doesn't have every single charger on there. Most of the older chargers are not on there.
The second caveat, I think, is price. You're definitely going to want to join the monthly plan to get that cost per kilowatt hour down. I mean, we're being charged 54 cents a kilowatt hour right now. That is expensive.
I mean, we've only been charging a few minutes. I've already spent $6 on charging,
right?
Which is a lot, especially
for just 12 kilowatt hours.
Exactly. So that's pretty tough. But again, most of the time you're not going to be using Supercharging. I think for many people, you're going to commute, and maybe you're going to commute in your Rivian or your Ford F-150 Lightning or your Mach-E or whatever. When you do, go on a longer trip, you're expecting to spend a little bit more money.
The other thing is, until we got this adapter from Electron, we were relying on Ford sending us an adapter, and so far we haven't even been able to order the damn thing.
I know.
So having this adapter is huge. I think that if you're in the same boat that we're in, where we're like, well, that sounds great, Zach and Jesse, but I don't have the adapter. I know you might be getting it eventually from whatever car maker you have, but maybe it's worth getting it now from Electron, since we've just proven it works.
Yeah, I mean, I think that probably won't work until Tesla opens up the charging network for those specific car brands, because I think there is going to be a bit of a handshake.
But I mean, if you own a Rivian or a Ford, we just proved it works. I don't know about Polestar.
Yeah, I think that they won't work. I think that Tesla is very particular about which cars are going to charge where, because essentially they're making deals.
But didn't you just say you thought that Tesla doesn't know anything about our car other than what you told it?
I think that it's checking. I think that basically it has something in the handshake that it is able to check. The car must say something about itself in that digital handshake.
We should get our hands on a Polestar or a Chevy or something else and see if we can get those to work.
Because essentially the only Superchargers that we can charge non-Tesla network EVs on would be the ones that have the Magic Dock.
We should just drive around this parking lot. I just saw a Polestar, and we should just be like, we'll pay for some of your charging if you'll just come with us and see if we can charge your car. I think that'd be fun. But hey, if you live in the New England area and you want to let us borrow your car to see if we can charge it, if it's a non-Rivian or non-Ford, like that would be great.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks so much for watching, everybody. The reason we can do this work is because of our patrons. If you don't know about our Patreon, it's patreon.com/nowyouknow. There we have all these cool perks. We do bonus stories every week. Without those people supporting us, we can't do this kind of testing for you because this took hours out of our day to test, and YouTube doesn't pay us to do this.
No.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week.
Now you know.